Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This daily recap is for August 14th, 2023, Monday. Going to start with my situational awareness indicators. Top line is bullish, bottom line is bearish. Just looking to see which numbers are greater, the bullish side or the bearish side. First set of indicators is bearish, bullish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, push. First set of indicators is a mix. Second set of indicators here, bearish, 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 and bearish. This is the first day that the weekly RSI, stocks above the 50 on the weekly RSI, is bearish. Today was the first day, even though it was an up day. Market breadth, right now I'd say mixed to bearish. It's not, definitely not bullish, but it's also not a market that I'm shorting yet. Let's go to the weekly summations. On the NASDAQ weekly, the 5-week is above the 10-week moving average with price just below the 10. RSI has fallen out of the power zone, but is still above 50. Stoch is pointing down, indicating momentum is down, but it is still bullish. MACD momentum indicator is fading. The VIX is at 1482, which is still below 20 or 25, which indicates bullish. So very mixed signals on the summation and situational awareness indicators. Actually, let's go back to weekly. Let's check the SPY. 5 is above the 10 with price above both. That's bullish. Check VTI. Total stock market index. 5 is above the 10. RSI is above 50. Momentum slowing. VIX has not spiked. Still looks like we're in a pullback. Check the daily. 10-day moving average is below the 20 with price below the 10. RSI 21. See how it comes down and hits the 50 and then bounces up a little bit? Still indicating we're in a bullish market with a pullback. Stocks above the 40-day moving average is at 47%, so market breadth is generally at 53%, where most stocks are below the 40. That's bearish. VIX has not spiked. Very mixed market. Sit out. Let's check the SPY. 10 below the 20. Price below the 10. RSI 21 bouncing off the 50. Stoch is now oversold. So if we can continue to stop going down, go sideways, we could go on another run here. Right now this looks just like a pullback. Nothing to go short yet. VIX has not spiked. Volatility is not up. RSI has not dropped below 50. Right now this just looks like a pullback to me. Oh, sorry. Let's try that again for the NASDAQ. COMPQX. Same thing. Did dip below 50 here, and now is right back up on 50. Now, if we're going to bounce here, if we were going to go bearish, what I would expect to happen is we bounce up and go up to about the 20, which is also right at this resistance line now. Used to be support, now could be resistance. You got the 20-day moving average right here, right in line with that resistance level almost perfectly. if we were going to go bearish, I would expect to bounce up to the 20 in this resistance zone and then have a big down day, a big red candle going down. The RSI would then dip into negative territory, and I would be looking for shorts. If we just push on through and get back above the 20 and kind of hang out and consolidate above the 20-day and then break out, I'd be looking to go bullish. Until either of those two scenarios happen, I'm sitting out. Let's look at the leading stocks in the market. These are the biggest stocks that make up the biggest percentages of the indices, along with the total stock market index for Vanguard. You see Apple fell, 10 falls below the 20-day moving average, and we stop almost dead at the 100-day moving average. Apple looks ready to bounce. Amazon, this looks bullish to me. Close at the high. Just kind of consolidated sideways, hit the 10, looking to bounce. Google looks strong. Meta needs to get back above the moving averages. Microsoft looks weak but could bounce. Netflix looked very ugly yesterday but had an up day, still bumping into the moving averages. Nvidia fell below the moving averages and had a big up candle here. So again, even with the leading NASDAQ stocks, Tesla, that looks bearish. Even the leading NASDAQ stocks are mixed. So for how I trade, this isn't a good environment right now. It's best just to sit out and see which way the market wants to go rather than get chopped up. Let's go to the power stock scan. Let's make sure it's sorted right there. We'll just see kind of what's going on. This is the stock with the highest weekly RSI right now, STRL. Big breakout, just kind of consolidating above the 5-day EMA. Hold if you got it. I'm not taking new positions, but CLS, this looks like a very good setup. Weekly RSIs in the power zone. If we were in a bullish environment, I would take this. Again, this is just for educational purposes only. Don't buy or sell based on what I say. These are just my opinions. I love how the volume is increasing during this run and remaining elevated compared to the last 50 days. This looks like a bullish stock to me. AAOI, I talked about this yesterday. Big pop up, falls down, doesn't close below the 5, and then 20% up today. If you're able to ride that roller coaster, good for you. So be it. I'm just going to sit out and see what happens. EVLV had the big up day yesterday. I don't like that candle, but if you got a good entry, hold it. ELF consolidating. Look how it's riding the EMA 5. This is why I use this. It's just riding it, using it as support. As long as it's above the 5-day EMA, no reason to sell. Unless you get a giant up day, and then you should definitely take profits. VRT, this is a pullback to the 10. BLDR is a nice setup here. I mean, still consolidating within this range. I'd want a breakout before I would consider buying that. MMYT running. CLH, this is a good breakout here. Decent ADR, dollar volume is high. Power zone on the weekly. ACHR, this is not a setup. Court consolidating, see how it's riding the 5-day EMA. Strongest stocks today above the 5-day EMA, even the 10. But if you're saying above the 5, that's strength. AUR called this yesterday. I liked the setup. It ran 6%. Again, it's only a $3 stock, but the setup looked good. FRSH running. Carvana hitting resistance, or support, which was resistance. Bearish alignment of the moving averages, but doesn't mean it can't go sideways and then go back up. Nvidia, big candle today. Again, see if it bumps into the 20. It's right at this. See, look at this. It's right at the resistance line, support line for this range. So we'll see. Does it get back above into this higher range tomorrow? Or does it kind of get stuck and then start consolidating, break out or break down? Kind of in a no man's land right now, in my opinion. Wayfair riding the 20. Look at this. Hits the 20, goes up. 20. 20. Moving averages are moving into a bullish alignment. 10 above the 20, 20 above the 50, 50 above the 100, 100 above the 150, 150 above the 200. That is stocks like this, just keep your eye on. This is an entry for that right now. Stock is overbought, or sorry, oversold, and then coming out. I just don't trust the market here. Seeing some good setups. I just don't trust the market right now. I want the wind at my back. I want... Let's go to the daily. This is what I want through here, where the indices, where the 10 is above the 20 and price is above the 10-day moving average. This through here. All through here. I don't like to see the indices pull under the 2 moving averages and then have them cross. This is a chop fest, usually. Doesn't mean stocks won't work long or short, but the wind's not going bullish or bearish. Doesn't mean you can't find some good setups and make some money, but in my situation, in my experience, let me go back here, power stocks. My experience, I just get chopped up, so I just sit out. Let's see, where were we? Get back down to where we were here in a few stocks here. This looks very bullish to me. Kind of breaks out, but then consolidates, and then we have a range expansion. I don't like how we're hitting the support right here, or resistance right here, but this wouldn't be on the top of my list. AUR broke out, we covered that. Here we are, Wayfair. That's about where we stopped. X, that's just a pivot. Must have had earnings, huge volume. Would not buy this here, but if it keeps going, consolidates, that'll show up on the scan. We'll find the right time to enter. If one comes, this is a day trader stock. IONQ pulls back, goes up, closes at the low of the day. Red candle, not looking to buy that. That's not even close to a setup. This is nothing I would trade. SMCI might bounce, come back up to the 20. This, Semiconductor follows NVIDIA probably. Not a setup I would buy here. Low ADR. PLTR holding on to the 15. Might bounce. MDB now running into resistance, which was support. We'll see if it can get back into this range. Crypto doing nothing except right in the 50. See what happens here. Bouncing right on the 50. It's almost like the stocks know where the moving averages are. Imagine that. A lot of people like to trade without moving averages, but I mean, to me, these are like the perfect road signs. Just hits the 50, comes up, rides the 50. God, this is an ugly trader. So choppy. Yeah, market's looking, I mean, there was a couple good setups in the beginning of the scan. These look all like nothing setting up down here. AI could bounce here. You see, this is why I have this line straight across, just so it's an easy view of what's support and what's resistance. AI pulls back this, which was resistance. Will it become support? But this setup isn't really what I trade. Oops. Tesla's in no man's land, in my opinion. Don't know whether to go long or short on that. It's a day trader stock. Upstart, this could have a nice bounce. It's a 45% drop. If you were playing pullbacks, or you're a pullback trader, I think I'd be interested in this. That's not my strength, though. I'm not good at buying pullbacks. $2 stock. Victoria's Secret. We're back to the beginning. So there were some good setups here, but again, I'm not taking any of them. CLS maybe. This stock's all over the place, which means it'll probably go to 50 without me. ELF had fantastic earnings from what I remember. Just consolidating. This isn't a solid uptrend. Look at this. Let me try to zoom in on here. Look at this alignment of the moving averages. I mean, just right through here. It starts. Everything is just all the shorter term moving averages are above the longer term moving averages, and the stock just rides it up. That is strength. You see this alignment like this? I mean, just put these on a watch list and just try to find ways in. It's going to take something pretty special to break this uptrend. Those uptrends can last a long, same SAI, look at this. Look how it kind of squeezes. The moving averages are aligned here, kind of in May and June. And look how they're starting to separate as the price gains, or as the stock gains momentum. Consolidates here, might break out again. Look at this right here. The 5 and the 10 and the 20 are all consolidated. The longer moving averages are starting to point up. In the power zone for the RSI. All-time high. Is this all-time high? Yeah. All-time high. Flagging at the all-time high. See if it'll break out again. 80 hours low though. Okay, let's go check the IPOs. DBD. 10 million volume. Whatever. IPOs. Kava. Really like this one on the breakout here. And then just goes sideways and then falls. That's weak market, you know, right here. Could they break out and keep going? There's some stocks that'll keep riding this breakout. Most of them are doing this, so your guess is as good as mine. Stay out. I like the consolidation, no dollar volume. Nothing on the IPOs. What's this? Big volume day. No dollar volume. That's it. Short and sweet. Again, what I'm looking for, if we're going to go bullish, is for this to push back. This is the NASDAQ, to push back into this higher range and consolidate for a little bit and then break out over 14,500. Or go up to maybe 14,000, hit its head on the 20 in this resistance line here, and then go back down. So if you break out or break down, I'll be looking to go long or short. That's what I'm thinking. And I want to see the situational awareness indicators go back to bullish or all bearish. This mixed stuff, these mixed indicators, and some stocks working, some stocks not working, that's just, when you get in a choppy, schizophrenic market, doesn't know if it wants to go up or down, that's when you get chopped up. That's when you lose your gains. I'd rather wait for an established trend, either up or down, than trade through this. That's just been my experience. That's what I like to do. All right, that's it for today. I'll be back on tomorrow. If you like what I'm doing, please like and subscribe.